Today's topic of discussion is post-breakup. So in life, right, men and women, whoever you are, chances are you're going to experience breakups with the person that you're speaking to. So let's say you're in a relationship with a woman, you've been married for X amount of years, and then it comes to an end, and you both separate, get divorced. You need to see whether or not you are somebody who's actually improving and you actually are a man of value, and if you actually are excelling in areas of life. Many guys, right, after they've had a breakup, they end up just going downhill. They end up losing track of themselves. They end up deteriorating in all areas of life. They start slacking when it comes to, let's say, physicality. They don't stay physically fit anymore, and so on. So we're going to be discussing some key points to help you with post breakup of a relationship. So first point is mindset. A lot of you guys, right, who end up having a breakup with a woman and you end up separating from a woman, you think to yourselves that you was going to be with that woman for the rest of your life. I mean, what kind of mindset is that? If somebody is not respecting you anymore, doesn't love you anymore, doesn't see value within you anymore, why are you trying to constantly push her and try and force her to fall in love with you again? If she doesn't love you anymore, she doesn't love you. So I coach several guys when it comes to relationships, helping them understand men and women psychology. A lot of guys, right, their mindset is so stuck on that one woman that they completely are blind to all the other options out there. There's several different options out there when it comes to women. That woman there you ended up separating from, there's other women who you can choose from. What happens is certain guys, what they'll do is they'll go through that period of breakup, and then once they've managed to recover from that, then they can speak to other women. But certain guys, they're mentally scarred for life. They have that breakup and they're just completely devastated from that. Some people end up completely destroying themselves. They unalive themselves. So where they're no longer existing here anymore. So these kind of guys, this is why I'm trying to push my content out there to help guys in particular when it comes to their relationships, because relationships are suffering right now in the world and guys are losing track of their purpose. You as a man, if you're not on your purpose and you get strayed off track by a woman, it just shows, right, your masculinity was never solid, and you didn't have a solid foundation there to begin with. You understand? So that leads us to the next point when it comes to value. You as a man, right, after your post breakup, your value and how you're providing value to society should be increasing, should be going up. So let's say you was neglecting that business that you had, that you was working on, your online business, and you wasn't really paying attention to it. Guess what? Now you got all the time in the world to spend on that. You haven't got a woman anymore who's going to be giving you constant headache, constant drama, constant BS nonsense, and she's just sucking you of all your energy. You're going to be like, okay, that business there, I'm going to start using that. I'm going to start putting all my energy into that. And then guess what? Your value's going up. It's increasing. So in the marriage market, your MMV, so which I've discussed in previous videos, your marriage market value is going up. Whereas her, that woman there, after that marriage, divorce, and let's say you got kids or whatever, her value is going to be going down, diminishing in the marriage market. Reason being is because men are value and men are attracted to things which are complete opposite to women. So let's say a woman is attracted to a man who's got multiple options. So that woman sees that man there, sees that, oh, this guy's got multiple options. He can get multiple women. For men, it's the complete opposite. Men value a woman who doesn't get herself out there, where she's not talking to multiple men. You understand? She keeps herself to herself. She's nice and reserved, and she just is in love with him. That right there is really attractive to a man. So after, let's say I'm speaking to a woman, right? I speak to her for marriage purposes. Certain girls, they were wearing hijab, wearing modest clothing, and then 2 months, 3 months, 6 months down the line, I had stopped speaking to them. They're just completely a different person. They're not even wearing hijab, wearing modest clothing anymore. They're out on the streets doing all types of craziness. And I look at it, I'm just like, there's a good thing that I didn't bother entertaining you, because you've got all types of craziness within you. So your value, right, as guys, right, as your purpose always comes first in life, your value is going to be going up. So do not think to yourselves that, oh, just because you've had a breakup with a woman, you've ended up getting divorced from a woman, that your value has gone down. It will only go down if you lose track of your purpose. Do you understand, guys? So that right there, during your post period of breakup from a woman, or let's say you are temporarily separated, or let's say you're speaking to a girl for marriage purposes, and then things are not really working out, you're not really quite on the same page. Guess what? After the breakup, you're separating from her. Even though you wasn't in a relationship, you're separate, as in you're not talking to her anymore. You should still be working on your purpose. Then guess what? If she's still wearing, let's say, hijab, modest clothing, she prays, she's keeping herself to herself, she hasn't been getting involved in haram activity, so going out on the streets and so on. And then when you two start speaking again, guess what? Her value is still there, your value is still there. And your value's actually been going up significantly. Woman sees that as well. And that's why girls were, they'll be stalking your social media. They'll be watching you. You understand? Don't think for a second that women are not watching. Women are watching, alright? They're watching your every single move. So with my YouTube videos right now, I've got women right now who I was speaking to previously for marriage purposes. They're stalking me right now. I know that full well, but how it is, my value's going up. Their value is diminishing. As they're getting older, as they are getting more haram relationships, their value's going down. So that leads us to the next point when it comes to quality. After the post-breakup of a woman, let's say I'm speaking to a woman, yeah, for marriage purposes. I cut her off, yeah. Guess what? A month, 2 months, 5 months, 6 months down the line, yeah, I've gotten a better woman who's actually of better quality, who actually ticks my requirements more. So she ticks more of my requirements. That woman there, yeah, previously, she took it for, let's say, granted, that, oh yeah, this guy here, he's not really going to level himself up, he's not really going to do well. Until it gets to the point where, right, this guy here is he's leveled himself up now, and then she ends up experiencing FOMO, so fear of missing out. And then after that, that's when they end up trying to start chase after you, try and beg, and try and do so on. But by that time anyway, it's too late. It's already done. So you as a guy, right, if you're experiencing a breakup, yeah, you need to level yourself up, and then you can attract better quality women, yeah, and women who fit your needs more. There's going to be certain women who just don't fit your needs. And you as a man, right, you need to realize that when you was in that relationship and when you were speaking to the woman for marriage purposes, did you actually do your proper vetting of the woman? I see certain times these guys are having breakdowns within a month, 2 months, 6 months, less than a year of being together, and then they end up getting divorced. You as a guy, right, you clearly didn't do your proper homework and didn't do your proper research, because if you did, you wouldn't be getting divorced so quickly. This is where it is. So compatibility is a major important factor when it comes to relationships, and you need to do your proper vetting of a woman, proper filtering, and seeing where this woman here, areas where she lacks in and areas that she excels in. So her strengths and her weaknesses. That's really important, just as how you yourself, you've worked out your strengths and your weaknesses. Do you understand, guys? So that's really important. And then the final point is life. Yeah? Life. Breakups with men and women, certain times is part of life. Do you understand? This is as a last resort. So divorce is a last resort for when it comes to the deen side of it. The deen doesn't push divorces. It promotes stability and strong households. But if it gets to the point where men and women, if the man and woman are becoming too toxic for one another, then you're allowed to give talaq. So talaq, the divorce, then you're allowed to give it. You understand? So in life, right, certain times you're not going to be with that person. You know, how you started with the person, how things were going well. You know, I speak to certain guys, right, they're telling me that, for the first, 1 or 2 years, 5 years or so, things were going really well. And then after that, we ended up having children. Things after that started going downhill. And then towards the end of it, the woman just completely despises the guy now. You know, so this is where certain times relationships, right, you need to learn from it. So after the breakup, you need to learn and realize that this is life lessons that God has given you. And you need to realize that if you do not gain the wisdom from that relationship and the experiences and then the knowledge from that relationship, and you do not use that going forward, you're just going to go through the same cycle again and again and again. Another woman's going to come along and then you're going to end up experiencing the same issues with her as well. So that's really important. You need to learn your lessons. So just to wrap up, mindset. So be of the mindset of do not get attached to one woman. If things are going well, then cool. If they're not going well, guess what? You're going to still continue working on your purpose. You're not going to be that type of guy who's just attached to this one person and you're thinking, oh yeah, you're going to be living in, happy rainbows and roses. Life doesn't work like that. You understand? So your mindset needs to be that if this woman is providing value to me, then cool. If she's not, then that's it. It's done, isn't it? Next point after that was value. So when it comes to value, so you need to see that your value needs to be getting better. Your value, you need to be providing more value to society. You need to be working on your purpose harder. You need to be pushing each and every single day actively. Yeah? Your value as a man's going to go up, whereas with the woman's value is going to go down. It's going to diminish. She's going to get older. She's going to have more emotional baggage. She's going to be, let's say if she's got children that she's going to need to look after. It's going to be really difficult for her to try and get remarried again, try and find a man of value. It's very difficult, especially in today's day and age. So women are just jumping on social media, they're trying to find a guy, but it's a losing battle there. And then the next point after that was quality. So after the post breakup with a woman, you need to be leveling yourself up in all areas of life. So mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And then you can attract better quality women. So when you attract the better quality women, guess what? You're going to look at the other previous woman that you was talking to before and you'd realize that, why was I even stressing over that one woman? I've got a better quality woman here, more compatible. She's more feminine, more cooperative, more friendly, more caring, more loving. She's got all these good values within her. And this is a woman who I'm really interested in, So get your quality up after the post breakup. And then the final point after that was life. So certain times, right, with a woman, you're going to have breakups, you're going to have divorce, so on. Certain times that's part of life. You need to learn from those lessons and move forward. Do not get stuck in the past and stuck on certain memories and certain dreams that you had with the woman. The woman is not there anymore. So you as a man, right, you need to still continue working on your purpose each and every single day and push forward. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.